Hello everybody, this is Mr. Combs. I've been getting some questions about how to graph in XYZ. So I thought I would make a short video that shows you how to graph on the XY plane and on the number line. So I'll be doing 3 examples. This is from homework D. It's question 1, so if y'all are having trouble entering your answers, then this will be an example of what you need to do in homework D. So we know that these are inequalities that have 2 variables. So the first thing we're going to want to do for this problem that asks us to graph x plus y is less than or equal to 5, we'll want to find some points that will make the line x plus y equals 5 true. Notice that we want to have a solid line because I have right here an equality. So I have less than or equal to. So I have equality included. So that means I want to not have a dotted line, but I want to have a solid line. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to choose where it says draw. I'm going to choose solid line. It's already chosen actually. If I were to choose dotted line, it would have a little darker gray. So I'm going to choose solid line again. Alright, now what I need to do is I need to graph the line x plus y is equal to 5, and then I'll decide on which side of the line I need to shade. So this is pretty easy as well. All I need to do here is find 2 numbers, then when I add them together I get 5. So I'm thinking 1 and 4, so I'm going to graph the line, or I'm going to graph or plot the point, 1, 4. So I'm going to go over 1 and up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then another one that I'm thinking of, or another pair of numbers that I'm thinking of is 2, 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. So I'm going to go over 2 and up 3. 1, 2, 3. And there I've graphed a line. Now you'll notice that wherever I put the little pencil, it's going to shade that side of this line. But I'm not sure where I want to actually click yet to have it shade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose, since 0, 0 is below the line, I'm going to choose 0, 0 and put it in here. If this makes that inequality true, then I'm going to shade below the line because 0, 0 is included. If it makes it false, then I'm going to shade above the line because 0, 0 is not included. So here 0 plus 0 is 0, and 0 is less than or equal to 5. So I'm going to shade the place that has 0, 0. So I'm going to put my point there at 0, 0. You can actually put a point anywhere on this side of the line and it will be okay. So that's how you graph. Let's check to see if we've gotten this correct. I'm going to submit, and when I do, you'll notice it is green. Everything's okay. Alright, let's look at this one. This is from homework C, compound and absolute value inequalities. And a lot of times as you are solving compound and absolute value inequalities, you'll be asked to graph on the number line. So we will look at an example where you must graph an AND problem and an OR problem. So let's look at number 1. Number 1 says that we want to graph b is greater than 0 and b is less than or equal to 5. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go down here and you're going to plot line segment. You're going to click on line segment. It's already dark, so I clicked on dot there, and now line segment is a lighter gray. But if I click on it again, it makes it dark. So now what I want to do, since this is an AND, I know that I'm going to have something in between, something in between 2 dots. Some part of the line shaded in between 2 dots. Actually, what I want is for b to be greater than 0. So if I start at 0 here, I want b to be greater than 0, but I want it to be less than 5. So it's going to need to be between 0 and 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on 0 and then draw a line all the way to 5 and click off. Now I have to decide which dot to put on either side. So here I have b is greater than 0. There's no equality there, it's just greater than. So I'm going to choose an open dot over top of 0. But here I have that b is less than or equal to 5. So that has equality, so I'm going to put a closed dot. So you just click on dot, and then you click on the number that you want to indicate. So when I submit this, this should look okay if I've not done anything wrong. And it does. It gives me a green line around the box. So everything looks okay. Let's take a look at another question here. So this will be question 2 on homework C. You may have different numbers, but you'll have the same type of question. So now it says that I want b to be less than or equal to -3, but I want b to be greater than or equal to -1. So again, I'm going to choose the line segment. It's already been chosen. Here I want b to be less than or equal to -3. So I'm going to start at -3 and draw a line all the way to the very end. Notice how on the end it automatically puts an arrow for you. But I also want b to be greater than or equal to -1. So I'm going to start at -1 and I'm going to draw a line all the way till I get to the end of the number line, and notice it puts an arrow there for me. Now I've got to put dots on the end of each of these. They're both inequalities with an equal part, not just less than and greater than, but they're actually less than or equal to and greater than or equal to. So I'm going to use a closed dot for both. And when I submit this, this should give me a green box, and it does. So I hope that has helped you with entering answers in XYZ homework. As always, let me know if you have any issues as you're completing your homework, as you're watching Edpuzzle videos, and I hope that you have a great day.